Hey everyone, this is the Loud to the Nations show. This is Rabbi Shmuel Pollan, your favorite rabbi. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up for you in the near future, so please stick around and also watch the old videos as they are very important as well. We're in a parsha, meaning the portion of Re'eh, which means to see, and it has many of the Torah's commandments. There are 613 commandments, and this Torah portion, there are around 50. And many of them, most of them, are about idol worship. God says, do not worship idols. It's one of the first commandments in the 10 commandments. Do not worship idols. And the entire first holy temple was destroyed as a result of idol worship. So idol worship is a huge deal that God makes a big deal out of. And we have to understand what this really means, because idol worship is bowing down to a statue. Let's face it, that's all it really is. And some people do that in Buddhist worship, and in India, it's very common in Hindu worship to bow down to statues. So what's the big deal about bowing down to statues? Well, I'm here to tell you that this is extremely relevant to your life right now. There is idol worship everywhere. This world is filled with idol worship, and I don't mean statues, because what is a statue? A statue is a concrete being that is no longer flexible. It used to be flexible, concrete, and now it's just concrete. It's concrete in that it cannot move, it cannot do anything. The only way to get rid of it is to smash it. It's completely fixed. And that's what an idol is, something that's completely fixed, and we may use the word stuck. It's stuck. God, on the other hand, who we're supposed to worship, is flexible. He can be anything. He can also be stuck, but he can also be anything. So God is completely flexible. He was there before the world was created. Therefore, he made all the rules of creation, so he's not bound by any of the rules of creation. He can be a complete superhero if he wants to be. He invented Superman. He can be Superman. He can fly. He can walk through walls. These were all things that were invented after creation. God is not bound by any of these limitations. So we have to understand that bowing down to an idol is bowing down to something that's fixed, and bowing down to God is bowing down to something that's completely flexible, superhero, amazing being. And this has application in our lives, because everyone is fighting about politics. And I have a video called The Solution to Everything, which will talk more in depth about that. But it's the right versus the left, the right versus the left. And the right is concrete and the left is concrete. They're both statues. They're both idols. They're both stuck in their ways, not realizing that if they would put their heads together, they would realize that they're two halves of a whole, and they can really complement each other really well if they would think about that. But they're not. They're idols. So all over the world, we have in political parties that are stuck in their ways. That's worshiping idols. What about weight loss? We know that people break their diets, and they feel that if they broke their diet last time, well, I'm going to break it a second time. So what is that? That's being fixed. That's saying I cannot change. I cannot be different. I don't worship God. I worship an idol. I worship the idol that I can't do this anymore. But you can do it again. You can pick yourself up, and you can succeed despite what happened in the past. Exercise, you literally become fixed. You sit on that couch and you become a fixed being, and you will not get up to exercise. But when you do get up to exercise, now you're worshiping God. Now you're flexible. Now you're moving. Now things are happening. Jealousy on social media. Fixed. That's a fixed thing. You're assuming that you have to be exactly the way they are. So you are looking towards a fixed life. You're assuming that that's who they really are. If they're not, because they may be misrepresenting themselves, that maybe looking at things as if they're cooler than they actually are. But even if it is who they are, you are fixed in that you are stuck on them. You cannot think of any other person or any other qualities. Maybe you should be jealous of some professor for his mind. Maybe you should be jealous of people for their ability to exercise, or Olympic athletes for their athleticism. Maybe that's what you should be worshiping. Maybe that's what you should be looking at. Simone Biles, who just won a bronze medal as I make this video. And don't be fixed. So we have exercise, we have politics, we have weight loss. And if you're experiencing yourself getting into a rut, getting stuck. Realize that you have become an idol, and you got to smash that idol. You got to be broken. You got to realize that you've had enough. You've hit rock bottom. You break the idol. You open yourself up to bowing down and worshiping God, worshiping that which is completely flexible and has all powers possible, because you have a soul that is connected to God. And you have awesome powers. You are a superhero. You can do anything. Nobody can do your job for you. You are fantastic. You are great. And I wish you all the best. Enjoy this video. Enjoy the next video. I'll see you soon.